There's a version of this life that already exists. And somewhere out there lies the gap between where you are and where you want to be.
We don't talk enough about comparison. You know, not that version that you turn into motivation, that you turn into fuel, but that real and raw version of comparison. When you leave it unchecked, it will drain you from the inside out. You know, that type of comparison that you see when you scroll on Instagram at 2 a.m. Theodore Roosevelt once said, comparison is a thief of joy. No one really talks about it. And the truth with comparison is that you can't really fight it. So it's up to you whether to use that as a motivation to push harder in life, or if you allow it to make you feel small. Because at the end of the day, the choice is yours. Comparison makes you question. It makes you question whether what you're doing is enough, or if this thing that you're doing is still worth pursuing. And this episode is about that. I've been building something, and I won't lie to you, there are days where I feel like nothing is really moving. And sometimes I also feel like I'm still looking for that starting line. But the thing is, when you pause and reflect, you'll realize that, oh shoot, I'm actually far from where I was before. Before I just used to dream and pray about living here in BGC, and this is where I live now.
Then I saw it, a McLaren, parked like it belongs there. And the first thing I felt wasn't even inspiration. I want to be honest with you about that. The first thing I felt was, how far away am I from this? That's the trap. You see something like this, and instead of thinking, that's where I'm going, your brain goes straight to the gap. How big that gap is, and how long it will take. Here's what nobody tells you about comparison. You're never comparing the full picture. You're just comparing their highlight to your behind the scenes, their result to your process, their arrival to your departure.
And BGC will do that to you. You walk around here and you see it everywhere. The clothing lines, fancy boutiques, and people that seem to live their best lives. And then you start comparing yourself, because what you see is the evidence of lives that are already built. Not built by you, but built by others.
As I sat next to that McLaren for a while, something shifted. I started seeing the proof that the life is real, that someone out there actually built it. Not by comparing themselves to others, but by putting their head down and running their own race. The car isn't the trap. What you tell yourself when you see it, that's the trap. If you're in the middle of that same fight right now, subscribe. I am documenting every step of this, so you know you're not running it alone. And if you missed the last episode, watch it right here. That one's about what happens when you finally decide to move, even when you are not ready.